Hello everyone, my name is Oum Saokosal. Today I want to make a video about how to start your first Android project in Android Studio 3 in 2018. Actually, this is the very beginning of the Android. There are two reasons that I create this video because one is the request, a lot of requests from audience of my channel. They want to learn from the beginning. If you go down to my channel, a lot of videos, uh, you know I use a little bit advanced techniques, not really for any newbies. Okay, this is the first reason, and the second one, Android changed a lot. Okay, like most of my tutorial here in my channel, I use Android 4, 4.0, and now Android changed to Android 7. Today is 21st of February 2018, so Android 7. And in my old phone now, Galaxy A7 and A5, and the update already went to Android 7, actually long time ago. Okay, but this is the big reasons that I want to create a very fresh start tutorial. So without further ado, let me go to the lesson. So it is best to notice that I use Windows here, not Mac. So I want to tell you a little bit. If you want to change the performance, you want to improve your Windows performance, I'm using a very old Dell Inspiron 15R, which is very old, and I bought it like 5 years ago. But then now I upgrade a little bit, and it run Android Studio very smooth. Let me show you what did I upgrade. So first, I upgrade my no, not yeah, here, my RAM upgrade from 4 to 8 gig. Okay, this is the first upgrade, and I still use Android i5, Intel Core i5. And the most crucial part is that the hard disk. You know that this change a lot, improve the performance like significantly. I use like the old HD, maybe SATA, I forgot the name, but I bought Samsung SSD, this number 850 Pro, and the size was only 56 gig because it's very expensive. So I use mainly for tutorial. So if you are looking for to improve your performance, especially for Android Studio users, I suggest that you have to upgrade your hard disk to this Samsung. There are two types of SSD, maybe three, I'm not sure. The first one is a regular SSD, the second one is a PCIe, and the third one is PCIe Samsung. So the Samsung PCIe, what is the name? Anyway, just choose the Samsung one. It's great. It's only $175 US dollars, and the RAM is only $40. So 200 US bucks. Then you can increase your performance, your computer performance. So first you need to install JDK, for Android, and then you just go through the page and then click accept and then choose your OS. And here is the OS. If you use the Windows 64, of course you use Windows 64. No one use the 32 bits anymore. Anyway, just choose this and download, and then Android Studio, and just click download here. And the size now is not that big as before. If you use Android Studio before, it was like over 1 GB. Now it's only 6, and Android Studio now is 3.0.1. Just click here to download. I have my you know my Android Studio already. Just click that. Okay, now next and next. Okay, just click next, install. Okay, while it is installing, let me summarize a little bit the update of Android. The most significant update is Android 5, but actually a lot of APIs still run until Android 5, which is the Android API version number 21. Okay, but after that it become 5.1, so Android API 22. There's a lot of APIs that are available on my tutorial, especially maybe this one. A lot of people complain about this, like why I don't change the code for the uploading images to the server, because the code changed a lot, and I have to restart the code. I don't have time for this, but now I try to make my time, and hopefully I will upgrade the code here if you follow my tutorial. By the way, in case you didn't subscribe my channel, just click the subscribe button somewhere on the video and click on the bell next to it, the bell, and if I upload a new video you will see that. So the Android 5.1 will have a lot of impact to old API. So a lot of API become deprecated, and for example like the connection and permission stuff, and this Lollipop version improve the design, material design, very flat and very stylish. But then the 6 Marshmallow had 2 new features, and this one actually is in Android 5. It's also here, have the permission thing here as well, but it improved even better. So any app that you want to use a hardware API, you have to explicitly request it in a code. Okay, like before we used to write it in Android manifest and it works, but there's a lot of people, bad guys, do a lot of hacking, like steal your data. So then Android just introduced this feature in this Marshmallow. Okay, next and finish. So I do, and I explain a little bit along the way. And the most important feature in Android Marshmallow 6 is the fingerprint. And here it changed the way you use your app. A lot of banking, a lot of internet banking have a lot of problem. Like people can hack your data and use your password. Maybe they use like a sniff technique to sniff your data. But here the fingerprint will protect you. So it's like if you use iPhone, it's similar to iPhone, but it's how can I say, it's different. Like iPhone you will use fingerprint all the time for when you buy some app on the app store. But here in Android you don't use the fingerprint that much. But if some apps require you to have that, then you can use it. If you don't have the fingerprint requirement, then it doesn't, because you have like face recognition and other stuff as well, But anyway, for the Marshmallow, if you are looking for to build an secure app, and this feature is the best for you. And Nougat, we will not go to Nougat because I'm planning to start my Android tutorial here from Marshmallow. But if you go to Nougat, you will see something else even better, like the languaging, and dimension. Now my Android phone use Android 7 as well. There's a lot of improvement in the setting here as well. Okay, performance. So let's go to our Android Studio. Okay, when you first start your Android Studio, you will have a lot of downloadings along the way, and make sure you are using your computer with a good internet connection. Otherwise, you will wait like a very long time. Now my internet is very fast, so click next. Not customization. I use the bright one. If you prefer the dark theme, you can choose this. But for your own sake, for YouTube, I will use the white one. There will be another downloading again. I'm sorry for my voice because I got some cold and still recovering, but it's better now. Let me pause the video a little bit. Okay, the download is completed, so click finish. So let's start a new project. Okay, let me call just app 1, and here my website Kosal Geek. You can name any company you want, or maybe just example. And remember, your project is in here. Okay, so if you move around, you have to make sure that you can copy from this user folder. Okay, if you want to change, just change it. If not, just leave it like that. Next. For me now, I will not use 4 anymore or 5. I will start from 6, the Marshmallow, even though the percentages are only like 39, but in the future there will be a lot. And because I want to cope with the new API, so this is the API that we use. And of course, this is the main focus on this tutorial. We will start Android 6. Okay, and you can use basic activity or empty. Let's start from empty because the code will be less, and just click next. Okay, so leave it there, main activity, and just go to next, and done, finished. Okay, so the building will take some time as well. Let me pause the video. Okay, now we are in Android Studio. So there are new update for Android Studio 3. If you are not familiar with the IDE, maybe you can click next tip and see what is going on here, but maybe just close it for now. And we need to install the missing API or some file. Just click on install here, and there is another install here. Click accept, next. So take some time for this as well. Pause the video. Okay, now finish. Click on finish, and now another one. So click on the install build tool. It needs a lot of installation at first. Okay, again there is an installation here, downloading here. Okay, finish again, and need some time for initializing, building. You can see a lot of things is going on here, so just wait, so while you're waiting for this, maybe you can go to file, go to setting. I want to increase the font a little bit bigger, and go to edit here, and if you click, actually it needs some time to to feedback. It's not responsive because of the the RAM. So duplicate, and maybe here bigger, and then I change to 16. I want to use the Fira code because the L and number 1 is different, otherwise you can confuse the code. Click apply. Okay, the code is big, so we need to run, but we have to wait for this. So pause the video a little bit. Okay, looks good now. So it's time to run this app. So click on run, and you need an emulator. In case you don't know, if you are new, actually you know that you have to run your Android app on an Android device like Samsung, LG, Oppo, Huawei, even Nokia now. Okay, but then now you want to test your app not on your device, because maybe you don't have the device, okay, or maybe you don't want to buy the device. So just use like a software imitate the real device, or it's called emulator, or in this case like virtual device. Or click on this button, and then you can choose any size you want, and this one looks good. Okay, maybe Pixel. This is the brand from from Google, so maybe choose Pixel here and click next. So here we want to use the Marshmallow, so click download. So again, there is a download for the Marshmallow. Take some time for this as well. Okay, it's downloading, and pause the screen. Okay, now it's done. Finish. Looks like you have the correct installation. Click next, and just call it like this, Pixel API 23. Finish, and take some time to finish as well. Okay, now you have one emulator. If you want to create another one for like another version, you can use the same device or use a different one, and click next, and install any API version you want. So in this case I use the Marshmallow, so this one is enough for me, and click OK. And as the instant run, so just install and continue. Okay, now another download, so pause the screen. Okay, now it's done. Click finish. I hope the running will open an app on this emulator. It's still running. Pause the screen a little bit. Okay, here we are. Hello world. Okay, it's tiny hello world here, and you know where the hello world is coming from? It's from here, activity main. So main activity.java is like a control. If you are familiar with the MVC thing, it's not really MVC, it's just like, okay, this is the control. you can control any, anything on the code here, the Java code, and you want to display thing here, is in here in the XML. So I will explain what is going on here in the future video, but just want to start up with the hello world. If you want to change the code, just click here. So the option here is similar to C# or VB on Visual Studio, but actually the code behind it is in XML. So sometimes you have to go to the code to change directly here. For example, you can change, let's say you want to change to hello Android 6.0. So click save and run again. So it's gonna launch the app again. Okay, hello Android 6.0. So in case you maybe sometime you just accidentally close it like this, so you can go back to app folder and go to Java. There are three folders under Java, but actually the main one is in here. The first one, not in the Android test or test here, is in here. This is the code for to display to anything to work with that. We can call it control, or in here it's called activity code. Okay, and this one is in layout. It's called layout code. So and actually here this is the file name, activity main here, but I will explain it in a future video. But now you can open an app and you can run it on emulator. Okay, so click stop, and maybe that's it for this video, but just the bonus, just want to point out something. So your code is in user, and my name here, Oum Sa, and Android project. Yeah, so in case you want to move your app, you have to copy the code and then plus in your USB or into another machine. Okay, and then you can open it from here. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. Just as usual, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.